Hello, I'm Joe Cardano with Anadrac Organ Works. I want to thank you for joining me today. Today's a special episode of Behind the Panel, in which I'm going to demonstrate how I go about making my music videos. So please enjoy. Thank you for watching. So the first thing I do before making a video is I have my music and I run through it 7 times just to get it back in the head and fingers. After I play it 7 times, I get dressed. After I get dressed, I will record and play over and over until I can get one good recording. Then I change camera views and I play it again over and over, recording each song separately until I get a good view or a good recording. Then I change cameras again, play it over and over until I get a good recording. Sometimes I'll play each camera view 3 times, and then I will mix and match the good parts based on the structure of the song, because every song usually has one mistake, but they're not always in the same place. So sometimes I cut and match and get things lined up so that at the end product it's one smooth song with interchanging cuts. So first step, set up a camera. So here I have my Canon camera. It's an SX710HS, and I can get some good video out of it. I then use my Targus tripod, and I put the two together and make it work. Usually the first view, I'll go at kind of this angle. So I need to unlock everything, extend the legs, and then I get the power cord. Okay, so I have the camera set up. I've got it angled to where I want it. I use a very specific USB drive that I use to record the songs. Remember, I make 3 recordings from each view, or more if necessary, typically 3. And what I do is I make sure the organ's set up before I start recording. Nothing drives me nuts more than watching a video and it takes the person a minute to set up their instrument before I hear any music. So I'm going to make 3 recordings from the organ, and then when I'm done with that, I'm going to convert those recordings to MP3. That way I've got the video and the audio to be synced later on the computer. Okay, so the advantage of playing it 7 times before I get to recording is I played it perfect the first time in that recording. So now I have my song selected. I go to my music recorder, I turn on sync, I lower my main volume, I then push the pedal all the way down, and I press play. So now that I have the audio synced into MP3, I move the camera. So now I have the camera kind of giving me a side down look. Sometimes I go in this angle. Usually every day it's different. So now I'm going to make another recording. Hopefully 1 song, maybe 3, I don't know. Depends on when I get a good take. So then, after I get the second recording done, I put together this jury rig so that I can get a nice overhead view of the organ. The camera attaches directly to the arm that my boss made for me, because he's quite the handy little guy. And then I go up and down on the ladder so that I can get a decent view, all lined up right and perfect, and then I start recording. And because my loving wife allows me to redecorate the living room to film, I be the loving husband and I put everything back.
Yay!
So then we go to where the magic happens. Here's my office. And there's a cat in my seat. So let's switch chairs with the kitty. He's my co-producer. So then I attach the phone, transfer files, make folders, get things ready to go. Okay, now I've got my files transferred and I've got Power Director loaded up, ready to go. As you can see, I have my 3 audio tracks, my 3 video tracks. And the first thing I do, I grab my first take and bring it down. My second take, bring it down. Then I select the 2 tracks and I do sync by audio. It then synchronizes, so I can then unlink, remove this audio track, put a marker there. It shows me that's where the marker is, so I can then bring this up, keeping it in the same place, and then the hand should be synchronized with the real music. Then what I do is I take this marker, take off 3 seconds, and then I give a split. Get rid of that segment, leave the gap, and then this is my first take, and then I do the same thing for this track and this track. It's that simple. Okay, so now that I have my audio tracks synced up with my video tracks, I just excuse me. I just line up the tracks, because each one is 3-second lead. Now they're all supposed to be in sync. Bring them all to the front, and they should all sound the same. Now if I take this video, and I can shrink it up. This video, shrink it down, and turn on my grid lines here, and snap. They should all sound the same. Now all 3 of those are in perfect synchronization. So then, as the song is going through, I make cuts so I can do transitions. Let's clear out all my markers. And I'll probably start off with this view. And then at some point during the video, when there's a transition, probably here. So, so then what I'll do is I'll expand this, and I'll probably make a cut here, split that, then I'll take a track here, and I'll split that. And then I'll take these initial tracks, I'll bring them down to 4. Then I'll take this track, and with a Alt drag, it should do an overlay. It's not going to let me because I have 2 of them. So I do a Alt drag there, does an overlay. Turn these off because I don't need to hear them. And then I get and what I do is I make this back to the original size, make this back to the original size, and this is what I get. Now if I don't want to fade, I can go to my transitions. I can see everything I've got. I can just pick one. Let's try this and put that on top of there. And we get a new transition. And that's basically it. And I do that over and over and over again until I get a video. So once I get the videos synchronized with the audio, I put them into individual tracks. I trim the ends. In this case, I'm doing just a black storyboard to cover everything up, because what I'm doing is I'm doing a triple overlay. I got some positive feedback on that when I did In the Mood. These are the sections. If I wanted to do crossfades, I would cut one clip here, cut the other clip here so that they overlaid, split the audio in the middle, and then I'd put them on a lower track so that I guess nice crossfades and transitions. In this case, I'm just keeping it simple so that everything's in sync, looks good. I've added the title. How that works is come on, open up. I just choose the font I want. Candera is my default. Since my last name is Cardana, there's only 2 changed letters. Candera, Cardana works for me. That's my default font. Teal is my default color. So if I don't have a theme to go with the video, then I just use this. This is the fade in procedure, or the starting effect. This is the ending effect. So what happens is it groups in, plays, and then it fades out. I have a scale feature here, so it changes the size as it scrolls through, and that's that. Get that to match up better. And then I compile this into a single video to be added later to a bigger video at the intro and endings. Okay, so then after I compile the video, I add the production intro, then I add the title intro, then I add the music video, then I edit and add the end credits, and then I compile all of this into a single video. Then after I get all three of those videos compiled, I don't understand what my CPU is doing. I then upload my file in a format consistent with YouTube. I then make the appropriate changes here. Add a custom thumbnail, which should be under, how can I never find it this way? Projects, Oregon Music Videos. There's my thumbnail, and that's basically it. And then I wait 16 minutes for it to upload and process, and there we are now. So thank you for watching. Hope this was entertaining for you. Happy hunting.